Oh my god, 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 oh my god. It's dyno day. I am so excited to get this thing freaking going finally. It is done. I have the new axle in there. It was slinging grease all over the place. Fixed the idle, found out that I had the IAC actually upside down because that's how it would have been on the factory manifold, but this isn't the factory manifold, this is a Cosworth manifold, and apparently putting it upside down was the fix for it. So now it is all better. I am actually on my way to FSWERKS to get this thing tuned. They are expecting me. I am running a little late. They are aware of that, but they are more than accommodating, which is super, super awesome. I can't wait to have this thing finally going, man. I was gonna drop it off last night at their place and not be there. I should probably be there anyways. It's kind of a big deal when you have your car tuned after a big, like, not big, but biggish build. It's bigger for me. This is a heavy modification to the engine, and I'm excited to get this thing finally going. It really is so awesome to have this thing finally done. So I am now sitting in the lovely traffic on the 5 headed this way. Yeah. All right, let's go tuning. So here's how today turned out. Today was very successful. I learned a lot about the car, I learned a lot about tuning, I learned a lot about the turbo itself, what it needs, and what I have to do next to make this hit the numbers that I want to hit. First thing, the biggest thing, is the exhaust. Turns out, I wasn't thinking. When you put a turbo on there, yes, I know that there's a lot more air going in, there's also a lot more air going out. So, when you have the factory exhaust that's about this big, it's a little harder to breathe through that. So you're gonna need a bigger exhaust to help. And unfortunately, I don't want it to be too brappy or loud. So FSWERKS actually has their kit called the Stealth exhaust, which is a little bit quieter, which I anticipate getting. Also has a diameter I need for the breathing. On top of that, the wastegate is rated at 8 pounds, where I was hoping to get more about a 10 pound. And I will end up replacing that. I got one of those, and so the biggest issue I'm having right now is I'm only boosting a whopping 4 pounds, and that's probably due to the fact that the wastegate is only rated at 8 pounds, and then the exhaust is about yay big, so it's causing a lot of back pressure and preventing the turbo to spool up properly and allowing that all to flow out the way I want it to, the way car needs it to. They were saying that just in the exhaust itself, it's about a 15 to 20 horsepower restriction. So yes, that's gonna have to be situated very, very quickly. However, with the 4 pounds that I did make, I made pretty decent numbers, and I have the paper right here. So this is my dyno sheet, and I will put it up on the screen here. At a whopping 4 PSI, I made my best run 182 horsepower and 162 foot-pounds of torque. Or if you want to look at torque, I did 181 horse at 163 torque. That's actually pretty good numbers they were saying for 4 pounds, considering the factory numbers I have. Without the turbo, I was doing 136 horse and 144 torque. And that engine, and that was at the wheels. The engine's rated at 150 horsepower and 151 torque. So little flip-flop action with the horsepower and torque curve, but this thing is well on its way to the numbers that I want to hit. I'd like to see 250 to the wheels. It's probably going to be just a little bit lower than that, realistically, but that's kind of my goal at this point. So with 181 horse, 182 horse to the wheels, that we're looking at about just over 200 horse to the crank. And that's at 4 psi on that boost with a $700 Craigslist turbo kit that I was able to luckily find and come across. And it is finally tuned and done, at least for this moment, until I replace that wastegate and get a bigger exhaust. Head back to the dyno, have them tweak some numbers, let them work their magic. We're gonna see exactly what this thing really can do. Unfortunately, I didn't get any footage of it running on the dyno, any work of that. Because typically, that's really cool stuff. That's what you want to see after you spend, you know, hundreds, almost thousands of dollars, even thousands of dollars, is the final end product of it on the dyno, getting its final touches before you take it out on the streets or on the track and see how it feels. So, just that much closer. And you have no idea how excited I am. This thing is really sounding great. I'll get some footage of that here for you guys. Stick around for the next tuning and wastegate exhaust install. So we're gonna see how that really goes.